Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight it'll be a Dateline night. I don't know what it's about. I don't watch much of NBC, so I don't see the previews. I have no idea what. Actually, I don't even know what 2020 is about either. But I think we did 2020 last week, so Dateline this week. Hey, Shatika, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Blessings to you as well. And thank you, Dr. Katrina, for your continued memberships. For my new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for returning. So I have been working on this hat, I think, all week. But I made this. I thought this was cute. Boot cuff. Got to finish. I have to make a second one. I think I was going to do a tutorial. I think it came out pretty cute. So the puff stitch, I've been doing the puff stitch. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this pattern is, I can't remember what channel it's from. But I like that pattern. And it's just a repeat until you get it to the length that you need, and then you can start decreasing. And you make this ribbing, but that gets folded up, and then you count from there. Then you change colors. That's what I mean. You change colors when you get it to that length. And I have to get it to 14 centimeters, which is, I have forgotten already, 5.5 inches. So when I fold it up, let's see how far it is. As I crocheted a lot, and then because it's in Spanish, and I missed the part that she was actually measuring from the fold of the brim, then I frogged it and then realized I should not have done that. So, but I've been working on so many other things in between, which is crazy. Working on too many things at one time. Okay, so it's about 5 inches, so only got a little ways. So maybe one more round. Let me see. Yeah, one more round will be enough. And I can then I can switch to the white color. Let's see who joins me. Oh, I don't even see anyone on. I'm chatting away. Well, for all of the people that do a replay, I hope you do a thumbs up when you click on. And you can, if you watch Dateline tonight, let me know what you think. Let me see. Yep. And the last week I was talking about the author that has a new show. Now I can't even remember the title of the show, but his name is Harlan Cohen. I think it's Harlan Corbin, maybe. And it's interesting. I just watched one of his shows. I guess it was a book, and they made it into a movie, but it was on Netflix. Now I can't even remember what it was, but anywho, it was pretty good. What I remember, at least how I feel about it, I can say I thought it was pretty good. Can I tell you what it was about? Not at all, because I watched way too much stuff. And it all gets uh, mixed up in my head. But I do know that I enjoyed it. Now I can't remember what it was. I just watched a crazy one. I was up way too, I'm very tired today. I was up way too late, till like 5 in the morning. I was working on this beanie, trying to do the graph of Jesus and a heart and a cross on it. And I was up. I did finish it, but it's way much bigger than I wanted it to be. And I should have measured it before I did all the rounds that the crocheter suggested, because obviously she crochets a lot tighter than I do. So of course the hat came out way too big, and of course I did not measure it. I just kept crocheting, and I was so tired, and I finally finished it. And I had to actually decrease so that it wouldn't flop on my mannequin's head. But I still don't like the way it came out. This, I guess someone else. Sometimes when I do things like that, I always donate, because you never know, someone else can appreciate it. Someone that has like a lot of hair, they can always wear hats like that. But I don't tend to make big hats like that. But it is sized down, so it's an average size head. But the Jesus part of it, unless you like the one guy that I found another one. I closed out my browser by mistake, and when I opened it up, there was another YouTuber that had done a Jesus beanie. So I looked at his, and now I want to make my own graph, because I think the letters are just huge. So that's the thing that irritated me the most. Is it time yet? Almost. Hey, Patty, how are you today? And I hope you get a thumbs up. No popcorn tonight for me. I just had some Chinese food. So no popcorn tonight. I've eaten quite enough carbs. And that's why I should not get tired, because when I'm tired, all I want is carbs. I just crave them then. So I got to get back to my walking, and it was chilly. I said I was going to wear my my butterfly cardigan when it got cold, but as I say, I don't like to go out in the cold. So, to say the least, I did not go out. I turned the heat on, and I am staying in. All right, let me go find the show. What is it? Dateline. Date. Oh my goodness, what is the thing doing? Oh, Dateline. Oh, my funny show Stumble was on. I love that show. So I'm going to work on this hat. Hopefully I won't mess it up. What am I? Then I wish I had started with a darker color, because the white won't, I don't know. We'll see. When I add the white, then I'll know. But I'm not starting over. Try to get this hat finished. since I started it. I don't know, a few days ago or Monday. I don't even remember. I have no concept of the holidays. I mean, of the days. All right, it's starting. Oh my goodness, 5 husbands. This lady is dangerous. And that prosecutor, I swear I see her on every Texas show. It's her, and there was another one that's always on the Texas crime shows. Well, I guess the Houston area is real violent. That's when you know you watch way too many crime shows because you know the prosecutors. Ooh, this will be interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen this one. Doesn't sound at all familiar. And the lady doesn't look very familiar, but you never know how from one show to the other how they uh, do the shows. She's busy. Yes, she is. What are you working on? Ooh. I bought some storage bins. Costco had um, some decent sized storage bins for 14, three of them for 14.99, which is a decent price. But their latches are garbage. But I was just too lazy to take them back. I said, well, they close. I just wanted some new bins to try to separate all this stuff I'm doing because I'm trying to put like my newer items back into my Etsy shop now that I opened it back up. I had to do some research before I opened it back up, but I did open it up. That was a headache. I had to contact Etsy in order to get it open. Thank goodness I remembered the cards that were attached to it because I couldn't do it. Then those were the questions that they asked. I finished my wedding outfit and I'm doing a timber trip. Halfway done with it. I don't know. Timber trail. Why does that sound familiar to me? I don't know, but it does. Oh my goodness. The Winter Olympics. I never watched the Winter Olympics. I watched bits and pieces of it. Summer Olympics, I'm all in. I want to see the gymnastics. I want to see the swimming. I want to see the track and field. All that. I love the Summer Olympics. Nope. I don't know why. This chickadee is a little crazy, a little scary. Be careful who you say is a good mate for your siblings. Hmm? Got to do more investigation of people. Nowadays, it's hard uh, to believe anything a lot of people say. Find their, what do you say, their social media, see what they're posting and things like that, and find out who you're dealing with. But she's a bit scary. I it's you always know there's something wrong when the wifey wants the husband to pull away from the family, especially if the family has been close and the wife is the only thing that's coming between them. So, as they say, it's not you, it's me. It was her, a loose cannon. Now, the, his family is left without their brother, son, uncle, nephew, whatever. Amazing me how these people think they can get away with this stuff. But every criminal thinks they can. That's why they have crime shows. That was that was one of the things I really didn't like about 48 hours to me always left you like with questions like, okay, what happened? Are you all gonna go back and go do another one? Can you fill in these blanks? So I never always felt like 48 hours never gave you the full story. They never finished the story. Maybe that's it. They never finished the story. And that's why I like Dateline in 2020. They finished the story. But I have to give it to them. That one that I watched from 48 hours the other day, that one was pretty good. That story was finished, completely finished. Ah, the Olympics. The Olympics starts, does it start the same time as the Super Bowl? I don't know. This chickadee, he sounds really scary. I was working on a little amigurumi, a little cup, but I got to make the marshmallows. Well, I made the marshmallows, but I got to give it some little eyes and a little mouth. I just didn't have the energy, so that is what it's going to look like if it ever gets finished. Oh, I forgot to bring out my version of the canteen purse. So I did not like that canteen purse pattern that I bought. You can best believe I'm going to make sure I hold on to that pattern. So just in case I come across the creator again, I won't buy any more of their patterns. I just did it my way. Of course, it looks nothing like theirs, because their pattern is done in single crochets and I don't know what kind of shoulder strap that is. I didn't read the instructions because I was like, I'm not using your pattern. I can just as well make a round circle and a half circle and sew it together and have a purse and put a strap over it to close it. Same difference. A little crazy. Cute cup. I'm starting a knitted dish towel. So you crochet and knit. Can't knit, can't knit, can't knit. Barely use my knitting machine. What's her name? What's her? Ooh, Jojo Juju? Or is it Juju Jojo? I think it's Juju Jojo. She just posted, now I can't remember what it was that she posted, a new tutorial on something I wanted to. Now I got to go to her channel because it was something that caught me in, because I don't really use my knitting machines. They're really collecting dust. I used to take them out during wintertime so I could just whip up some quick beanies, but I didn't even do that this year. Last year, I should say. Didn't even do that. I have too much things that I've made that are in containers in my garage. So I was like, no need to add more to it. This lady is one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. She is the epitome of evil. I don't, everybody wants to fall back on people's upbringings. Yeah, a lot of people have bad upbringings, but they don't become criminals, abusers, and all that. And a whole lot of them do, but I tend to say once you are an adult, that is truly who you are. Your upbringing, if you didn't like how you were raised, then you should change how you continue on in your adult life. It should be, um, you should be better than what you came from. That's how I see it. Arsonist too. Yep, I see it. She's everything. All the bad you can think of, she has just piled it on. And started at a very young age, seems to me, as telling grand tales. Like, I don't know. She's a scary chick. I'm surprised she stayed with that one man long enough to have all those babies. Sounds like she bullied him just as much as she bullied the children. And he probably was reserved because when you're in the military, they can court martial you for that stuff, just like if you are a civilian, but military is quick. They don't drag things out like the private sector does. I watched Turning Point about Vietnam and World War II, and let me tell you, whoo, if you don't know about those two wars and America's dirty deeds, they are worth watching on Netflix. Ooh, this lady is scary. If she doesn't get a life without parole, something is really wrong with the justice system. But of course, everything that we see on these shows, the jurors never hear all of it because most of the times the judge will not allow it. I think they should. I think if you can correlate all of that together, I think everything should be told, not just focus on this one act, because how did you get to that? There had to be a start point. So if you're just going to the finish line, let's go to the start line. But that's just me. This lady has a history that should scare any man. Beware of Sarah. They should have a poster board for her. She is some kind of scary. Well, they haven't said anything. I guess those children must be the older kids because they didn't interview the younger kids. So who knows? A lot of people rely on people being mentally ill. Sometimes I don't think it's mentally ill. I just think they're evil, period. I think sometimes when people do stuff like that she was in the military. She didn't kill people in the military, did she? And for her to be a sergeant first class, that means she stayed in long enough to retire for 20 years. So that in her was in check at some point. For 20 years, she was in the military, although she had those children while she was in the military. She didn't do anything to people that weren't close to her. She only did it to people that were close to her. To me, that's a difference. Because when I mean, like they always talk about mental illness, and just like these people that go and do all these mass shootings, they're not mentally ill, they're hateful. Period. That's hate. Hate and mental illness are two separate things. When you put guns in the wrong people's hands, expect to get what you get. This lady is downright scary. Uh, there are no answers for her. You, she's a smooth operator. She can get all of them. They're all under that spell of hers. Can't believe she. And my thing is, did she just say, "Hey"? I mean, where do you get Ritalin from? I don't know. It's crazy. You gotta have to have a reason to get Ritalin, unless he had it and she just was. I don't know. Who knows? Energy drinks on top of Ritalin, then Ambien because he can't sleep. Ah, she is a walking time bomb. And anyone gets in her pathway is, if they live, will live to regret it. Her husband, I'm sure he's happy. He was out of the country while she was going crazy, doing all the Looney Tune stuff. Very manipulative. Seems but that manipulation started really early on in life for her. And obviously, when people do stuff like that, there's a reward to it. And so she saw the reward. So that's why she kept doing it, because she was being rewarded for her bad behavior. And then her reward was controlling people, making others' lives miserable. Oh, the University of Miami. I hope y'all win. Can't take it. Can't take it.
Oh, yeah, there's no chocolate ice for you, no minis, no regular size.
Okay. So is she on man number 5 or 6? So she's killed a man, and now she, or unlived, they like to say, one man, and now she's on to another man. So what is this, number 5? Let me see. Yeah, she's been married 3 times. She killed unalived one. So this is number 5, I think. Uh, this woman, what a life. Because it's not the guy, the last guy. This is a different guy they're talking about now. She is kind of scary. And then for her to get away with, I don't know. Some people have all of the luck. They can sweet talk their way out of anything, I guess. And then for her to brag about it, oh, they didn't even investigate it. I don't know. You just take somebody's life and just can keep your head up and like moving on to the next one. She is scary. It definitely needs to be taken out of the free population. I did not think this hat was going to take so long to do. I'm so tired of doing it already. I should have just done a small hat. But I always do adult size hats. Oh, that's the Moxley guy. That lady is crazy. Crazy in the sense that not mentally crazy. She's just an evil soul. That's how I see it. You, someone to sit around and do and think of all the stuff that she's done. mm, that's an evil soul. And her children caught up in all of that. And she got tired of the last one because he chewed tobacco and was too much of a slug for her, I guess. So he was no longer the apple of her eye. None of them really were the apple of her eye. If she couldn't manipulate them, they were no use to her. This must be red heart because it's stiff. I don't have a label for it, but I'm guessing it's red heart yarn. So it feels like red heart. Mm, whose hat is this? I think it's. I don't know whose hat this is. Yep, that's what I thought it was. Relza. Rilza. Relza, Rilza. It is on. Okay, it just gets worse. Every episode, it just gets worse. This one is, she's a serial. Oh, she is a serial. Mm-mm-mm. And I've never heard of anybody taking control over someone's accounts like that. That's a first. Definitely has to be an iPhone situation, and I do not have an iPhone. So I don't have to worry about that. Guess they can take over my Android. Who knows? But that woman is a serial. And I think she knocked off her papa too. Gave him a shot of too much and took him out. Mm-mm-mm. She's like that. The lady that was in Florida. I think they executed her, but Bambi. I think her name was Bambi. I think that was her name, and I think she's the one that escaped, and then they caught her, but she was going around knocking off all her Johns, and I think she was like the first serial lady. She must be mystical to attract all these men. I know, like, what is it about her? And then the one man's like, I've never seen anyone as beautiful. I'm like, where has he been? He must not get off of his land often because there's many a pretty women out there. Many. She is Tornado or Hurricane Sarah. Nothing but disaster left in her wake. And she just keeps going. She doesn't even look behind. She just like moving on to the next one. That's the calculated sick mind. She doesn't care who she hurts. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. Ooh, mystery. I hope it's something new.
This is the year your hair stops holding you back. You'll pull it up, and for the first time in a while, you'll just like your ponytail.
Now I mute. Oh well, I missed it. All of that got picked up. She is out of control. Absolutely out of control. Guess I'm gonna have to go in there somehow and splice that part out of the video. Because YouTube is a mess now. They are sitting there monitoring everything. Somebody, their monitoring crew. And she wants her children caught up in her craziness. And you're the grown woman. You did all of that on your own. I'm very surprised. Texas is a state that allows all of your wrongdoings to be told to everybody. Maybe that's why they have a higher conviction rate. because I don't think I rarely see any of these Texas crimes go unpunished. This lady has a long history, starting from the age of 3. Very long history. Unfortunately, someone did not survive her. Someone's did not survive her. She is a mess. Yes, 3 years old. So sad. Yep. He's already. As I say, some people are born into some bad situations, but somehow they get out of it. And some people just marinate in that kind of stuff and think nothing of it. Just keep moving from the next thing to the next thing. No conscience. Only time they feel anything if it's pointed to them, then they feel something. As long as they're not caught up, they don't feel anything. Okay, and make sure I mute this. I can't believe she didn't get caught for arson. Well, because that was, maybe she sweet talked her way out of that too. Seems like they're just gullible for her. Yes, she is definitely nobody I want to tick off in any shape or form. I don't want her to even know my name. I can't imagine this lady. She is scary. She couldn't even let the ex-husband be happy. Nobody could be happy. She had to make everybody miserable, including her children. I'm glad they at least had their dad, because she is not, she will never get an award for being the best mom. Never. And those little girls being left in her care, that's scary. I guess I'll be up trying to finish this. I'm only going to do a few rows and then I can decrease it. And I didn't know that there was no such thing as attempted arson. I would think if somebody, I guess if they didn't start a fire, I don't know. She's a mess though. Ooh, she's a mess. And she probably did. And why do you have all those syringes around? That's not normal. They're supposed to put those syringes in some kind of a box or something that it can't like stick somebody else. I could be wrong, but I think that's what um, when you have sharps at home, you're supposed to have something to put them in and dispose of them. But I haven't done home care in years, so I could be wrong. Who knows how they do it now? Yeah, I guess no fire, no arson. Oh, she's a scary soul. And then to brag about she torched the grandmother's house because she wasn't in the wheel. She's a mess. Well, it takes a woman to know. A woman. She can't charm them. And I thought it was really funny that the private investigator was like happy that she was convicted. She said she would have burned down the house. Oh my goodness. That was a strange story. What a mess. I wonder if her children are going to go visit her. I wonder why the son didn't testify. Maybe he was like, this lady might get out. I don't know. But it was a good one. I think I'm going to go to sleep a little earlier tonight. I have to get my sleep pattern back to work mode. Anywho, maybe she had him snowed too. I don't know. I think he was just scared. I think the son was scared. He's like, I'm not trying this lady. Anyway, well, I thank you for joining me again. And we'll see what's on the screen next week. And maybe I'll get one of these hats finished between now and then. I was working on the Jesus hat, and then I was almost finished with all the letters and realized I think on the S, I had missed a whole line. So I had to frog it back to all the way to the beginning, because you have to unravel all that to get, anyway. To say the least, I am trying to make it happen. I don't know why I just don't, it's just not working out for me. I want to finish it though. So be on the lookout. Hopefully it'll get finished. I want to learn. Do you know how to do stitch fiddle? That's what I want to learn how to do. But I do have PC Stitch, and I've had PC Stitch. I just put it back on this laptop because it's on my old one, and I've had that thing since 2020, almost 6 years. I think it was August of 2020 when I got it, something like that. Almost 6 years, and I still don't know how to work it. My daughter's going to have to teach me if she even remembers, because she hasn't done anything in it such a long time. So that is what I'm going to plan to do. But I need to do my continuing education classes too, so I can get my nursing license renewed. So much to do and so little time. I had booklets, but I don't even know where they are now. Is that? No, I don't think that's a trouble. I think that's a double. Let me see. It was fun. Have a good weekend. That stinks. I had to frog two sides of my cardigan. Nope, no stitch fiddle. Okay. Yeah. The stitch fiddle is so I can make these graphs. I want to start trying to make some graphs so I can put them on my Etsy shop. Put them on. I never know which way you say that. But you have a good weekend as well. And until the next video or next live, stay safe. Keep crocheting. Bye-bye. Da-da-da-da-da-da.